Hamjambo. In today's video, we are going to be doing a little diachronics linguistics. What is that and why should you care about it? This is simply how language has changed, and you should care about it because it probably haunts you when you're trying to conjugate something because there's a little W that shows up randomly and you wonder why it's there. Hi, my name is Karen and I coach busy Swahili learners like you on strategies of achieving Swahili fluency. So once again, we're going to be talking about how language changes continue to impact your Swahili even today. Let me pull up my little whiteboard. So this little problem shows up when you're dealing with the and then also sometimes shows up when you're dealing with words that start with a K, I, or a CH. But I'll explain. So a word like andishi, that simply means one who writes, okay? But when you look at the final word, it's going to be mwandishi. So you're wondering, where is this W coming from? One thing you need to know is that Standard Swahili is a Bantu language and it's going to have an implied mu. Almost all Bantu languages are going to have an U after an M. But because of language evolution, that U has been dropped. So, but you'll realize that there's some Bantu languages that have maintained, like Congolese Swahili, you will still find a lot of mu's in their words, okay? So it used to be that, mu andishi, and then it eventually became mwandishi. Now, let's look at ki akula. Can you guess what word that is? Well, at some point it became kiakula, of eating, and then it became chakula. That is what language will do to you. It will change over time as people are using it because language is a living thing. It embodies the environment. It changes according to how people prefer to use the language. So we had kiakula, which see, I plus A becomes a kya, and then eventually it became chakula. Some Bantu languages still have this as their word for food, okay? But you've probably noticed this more when you're dealing with verbs and you're trying to conjugate. So this problem, quote unquote problem, will only happen when the verb that you're using starts with a vowel. This is when the U shows up. So we have anam, being the object infix for the third person. So it should really be anamuambia, as a lot of Bantu languages will have, but it becomes anamwambia. Why? Because U plus A automatically becomes a W in Standard Swahili. Okay, so this is what is happening whenever you see a W randomly showing up in the middle of your word. It's simply the impact of language evolution that it's showing itself, because some people don't care, but some people want to know why things are changing and it seems like it's random or doesn't make sense. Remember, even though it's what it is, it has evolved over time, and sometimes we have remnants of those changes. Okay, so I hope you learned something new, and I will talk to you again soon.